The Senju Clan was one of the strongest clans during the Warring States period in Naruto. They were also one of the founding clans of the Leaf Village. Led by Hashirama Senju, they forged this new pact with the Uchiha Clan and formed what we know as the Leaf Village, ushering a new age in the world of Naruto. But there is one thing that kinda baffles me, which is, where are all the Senjus during the events of the story?
Where are they?
Before we get to it, definitely leave a like and subscribe to this channel if you enjoy content like this. So the Senju Clan is definitely very prevalent in the Leaf Village society in general, at least that's how it was when the village was founded, yet we don't see anyone with the last name Senju after part 1. The only confirmed Senjus we get are from the Warring States period and from when the Leaf Village was founded. So where did they go? I mean, the clan was formed by quite a lot of people. You can see here, they had as many people as the Uchiha. And up until like 4 years before the main series started, the Uchiha still existed and were very much alive up until when Itachi said no for that. And, you know, everyone knows what happened after this.
A lot of killing.
But still, there were a lot of Uchihas. People had the last name Uchiha in there. And they were very much a presence in the village. And there are other clans as well, like the Nara clan, the Hyuga clan, Akimichi clan, so on and so forth. There are many clans. The Sarutobi clan as well. Even Danzo has a clan, the Shimura clan. I've never seen anyone else from that clan, but still there's one. And yet, there are no Senjus. Now, you could make the case that Tsunade is a Senju, and therefore her last name is probably Senju as well. She's probably Tsunade Senju, but we just never get her last name ever. As a matter of fact, we never get the last names of any of the Sanin. This is done because Orochimaru, Jiraiya, and Tsunade are inspired by the actual tale of Jiraiya the Gallant, which is a folk story in Japan. Jiraiya, Orochimaru, and Tsunade in that story didn't have a last name. They were only named like that, only one name. And Kishimoto definitely transferred that over to when he got inspired by that story in Naruto. Yet he tells us that Tsunade is the granddaughter of Hashirama, the first Hokage, meaning that, yes, obviously she is a Senju as well, but she was also the granddaughter of Mito Uzumaki, so she has both Senju and Uzumaki bloodline, so she could be either a Senju or an Uzumaki depending on which last name she would have inherited. But still, that's just one person that we know is an Uzumaki. Now we could say that Naoaki, Tsunade's brother, was also a Senju, but he died a long time ago, and I'm really talking about the time period from part 1 onwards. Tsunade is really the only confirmed alive Senju, which is just so weird. Because if they were exterminated like the Uchiha or the Uzumaki clan, someone would have said something. Come on, guys. It's arguably the most important clan in the history of the world. Wouldn't you want to mention something like that? Also, who would have destroyed them? Because the Senju clan was extremely powerful. They rivaled the Uchiha clan, though the Uchiha clan was destroyed by one person. No, actually 2 people, because Obito was with Itachi too in the plan to massacre the Uchiha clan, but that's beside the point. If the Senju clan had been destroyed in a war or even by someone in the village, we would have gotten the information. At least I expect that we would have. Though I would expect that we would know any members from the Senju clan anyway, because it's such a prevalent clan. And we only get Tsunade, which, to be fair, I don't dislike Tsunade whatsoever. I quite enjoy her. This leads me to believe that Kishimoto thought about the Senju clan and the Uchiha clan thing way later in the series, when he couldn't really introduce many more characters, and if he tried to do something retroactive, trying to introduce a Senju in the backstory that was present all along, that would be kind of cheap. He only set up Tsunade as the granddaughter of the first Hokage, and she wasn't even called a Senju back then. We didn't even know Hashirama's last name. It was only way later in Shippuden that we learned about the Senju clan anyway, so yeah, I get the feeling he didn't plan that out from the beginning, which isn't a problem, to be honest. It's completely fine for authors to come up with ideas midway through their stories. The only problem is that when these new ideas make your world building inconsistent, consistent, which this one kinda does, to be honest. There are gonna be holes in your story, and I'm not really saying that I dislike the Senju and Uchiha thing in Naruto because I really enjoy it. Actually, the backstory of Hashirama and Madara is essentially my favorite volume of Naruto, so I really like it. Now let's go and do some mental gymnastics to try and explain why the Senju don't exist anymore as far as we know, or whatever. The first hypothesis would be that they simply hide their last names, or they choose to inherit the last name of the other parent who isn't a Senju. Now, why would they do that? Maybe Tobirama ordered the Senju clan to do so, to quote-unquote disband. Maybe because Tobirama wouldn't want the Uchiha clan to get antsy against the Senju clan. Maybe he thought that removing their last names would hide the fact that they're Senju, and that would cause less conflict within the village.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him.
Or maybe he was so ashamed of how poor of a Hokage he was that he just said, okay, let's just erase our last name from history because I am trash. At least I'm gonna get myself killed by the Ginkaku squad, which is, you know, the most powerful squad in fiction.
The tongue is a source of misfortune.
All jokes aside, please don't dislike this video if you like Tobirama. You can like bad things, it's fine. But still, yeah, that's probably the only possible explanation for people hiding their names here, unless Tobirama thought that maybe someone could try and come and hunt down the Senju clan. Maybe someone was trying to replicate the Hashirama cells experiment, trying to get a lot of Senju so they could try and harvest more powerful cells. And so Tobirama says, okay, let's hide our last name so people can't really track us down. But still, like, hiding your last name wouldn't really do the job completely. People would still know, oh, okay, you're the son of a Senju, so you're probably a Senju. They could still capture you if that's the case. We can also look at the Senju clan members, and they're very different. They're very much unlike most other clans where the members are very similar in appearance. Like Hashirama, for example, has darker skin and dark hair, and Tobirama has very white skin and white hair. I think there are a lot of different backgrounds that come into the Senju clan, so maybe the Senju clan is really formed by a lot of different clans that came together. And when they form the Leaf Village and they begin to get married and have children with people outside of the Senju clan, maybe those children just chose to adopt the other clan's name. Though why would they do that? I don't know, because the Senju clan, as I said before, is probably the most powerful clan in history and the most important too. Some people say that maybe the Namikaze were a branch family of the Senju clan, kind of like how the Uzumaki were, or that Minato did not inherit the Senju nickname, but he was actually the child of a Senju with a Namikaze and all that. Konohamaru's squad mate, Moegi, is said to have wood styles, so she could be a Senju as well. We never get her last name, so that's fair game, probably. Wood style is such a rare thing for it to occur naturally. Hashirama, as far as I know, was the only person who didn't get wood style via hacks, per se, so I don't really like her having that. I don't know, she doesn't even have screen time, and I think that's just a rumor anyway. But yeah, we could just go over every single character in the Leaf Village that were never given a last name and say, oh, maybe he's a Senju and whatnot, but you know, that's just really not very productive. Leave it in the comments down below what you think happened to the Senjus. Like and subscribe if you haven't done so already, and thanks for watching.
A lot of killing, a lot of killing.